Hello and happy Tuesday. So glad you guys are here with me today. Let me just double check. Yes, hopefully, I'm not sure it connected to my and happy Tuesday figures. So glad you guys are here with me today. Let me just double. Always. Okay, so I have been having some lovely technical issues this morning. So we'll see how this all goes. You just never know, right? Gotta love the technology. Maybe I have more trouble than normal people. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just glad we're all here today together, and we're going to have a good time doing a little bit of paper crafting. Yes, I have a good project in store for you today. So we'll get to that in just a moment. I do want to show a sneak peek. Let's see if I can go this way. Yeah, you can see them all the way down my wall. I have 2 exclusive card classes that I am releasing only to my email list. So my little Black Friday or holiday special. So if you are not on my email list, you do not want to miss out on these. I have 2 different 5-card classes, and I think they're spectacular. So again, if you're not on my email list, you will not have an opportunity to purchase those. But if you are, yay, and you should get an email. I believe it goes out tomorrow, so you'll get it a little early. And it's first come, first serve. So that's exciting, fun stuff. All right, let me go ahead and switch the camera over, and we'll get started on today's super cute project. There we go. I've got it switched over. Now I'm hoping I'm going to be able to see comments. I have a secondary computer set up to see comments because I can't see them on my phone the way that I go live. So right now it is doing some crazy stuff, and it keeps shutting down and restarting. And right now I don't know what it's doing. So I'll do the best I can to catch up and get to comments at least at some point, but right now I can't get it to come on. Let's see if I can see it on the other computer by chance. There we go. Oh yeah, Jean, it's cold. Hey, Connie. Hey, Susan. So glad you're here. New logo items on the supply list. Swag from Onstage. Oh, that's good. Good, Jean. I haven't even looked yet. Hey, Dawn. So glad you're here. Hey, Kay. So glad you're here. Yay, good. Okay, so we have coming up my Stampin' Bingo card class. So that is going to happen on December 10th, but registration ends this weekend. So Saturday is the last day to register. I will show you a sneak peek of the projects after this, but we are using some of the same products. So I am pulling in the super cute Christmas Scotty stamp set and coordinating punch. Love a good stamp and punch bundle. And I love that this one's not expensive. And then I'm mixing it with the Gingham Cottage Designer Series paper. So this is lovely. This is, there's a whole suite around this paper, but it mixes and matches with so many things. And it is one of those big stacks. There are 12 double-sided designs. So that's always fun. And we're going to change up some of these plaids in our bingo class a little bit. But it's funny because when I first saw this paper, I will tell you, I was not a fan, not at all, because I felt like some of these bigger checks were really hard to use. But today, guess what? I'm pulling in one of the bigger checks and we're going to use it, and they're not difficult to use. You just have to be open with your mind, right? And I was not when I first did it. So, okay, let me pull in the project so you can see this adorable projects that we're going to be making today. And let you get up really close. Can you guys see that? Look at this background. So that's what I'm going to teach you today. We always want our products to be able to go a little bit further if we can all do it, right? If we can find another use for it, use it a little longer in the season. We definitely want to try to do that. So today I am going to show you how you can just take a punch, and I've got a neutral tone on tone background, but I think it adds a huge wow factor to this super cute card, right? So I don't know if you guys do this or not, but we're going to do it today. And then we've got our cute little Scotty dog, and she's got her little necklace on, and she's holding her little glimmer heart. You got to have a glimmer heart, right? And a little bit of that gingham ribbon, which is so fabulous as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this. At the end of the video afterwards, I will go back and I will add the complete supply list. So you'll have a link right to the online store. So if you've got some items that you would like to purchase, you can go right in and just click on the link. It'll add it to your shopping cart. And you guys know, if you're a customer with me, I do have a loyalty rewards program. So for every $25 you spend with me before shipping and tax, you have the potential of earning what I call a butterfly. It's kind of like a little point system. And once you hit 20, you get a free stamp set on me. So you do have to track it. You do have to turn it in, but I gift it to you and it ships right to you. I also have every month that you are purchasing from me, when your orders hit $50 or more before shipping and tax, I have the All-Star Tutorial Bundle. So if you love great project ideas, and you like video tutorials, that is the one for you. We feature a different suite each month. So you get lots of good stuff there as well. Okay, let's see. My computer has come back up. Let's see if I can get to us live here. Yes. And let's see if I can do it without additional sound. That's the other thing, right? Because I don't want, oh, good. The sound is off. Yay. All right. Good, good, good. Awesome. All right, it looks like Karen's here too. Yay. Yeah, you had the same reaction with that designer paper. Yeah, at first I was just, I love a good gingham, don't get me wrong, but it was so big of a plaid on some of the prints. I was like, oh, I'll never use that. But you know what? The more I use it, the more I love it. So I say, give it a try. You never know what you'll like, right? So I'm starting with my basic gray, not gray granite, basic gray card base. And this is 4 1/4 by 11, just folded in half. And we're just going to adhere our designer paper layer. Now, I think this designer paper, let's see what the thing says. I think it's smoky slate or gray granite, actually. I think that's smoky slate. But I think it looks really good with the basic gray as well. And I wanted a little more depth to the card base. So this is why I chose to do that. But I think it's still nice and fabulous together. And I've decided just to use the plaid as is. You could change that up by adding additional colors or, adding additional lines in there with your markers, your blends, and change that up a little bit. So, always a fun thing to do. All right, I'm going to slide this over to the side. We're going to work on our punched layer. So I've got a piece of basic white cardstock. And then I've got some scraps of white cardstock, and I'm going to pull in my Scotty punch. So if you don't already know, our punches come locked and stored flat. So you slide this open and it releases the punch, it expands. This is the end you put the paper in. This is the end you squeeze, okay? Now, what's really nice about these, in my opinion, is that, sometimes my arthritis is not my friend, right? So I can literally slide my paper in here and lean on this punch, and it's going to cut out, and then I don't have to squeeze it with my hands when I'm feeling a little sore, right? Makes sense? Now, I do like to use these upside down so I can see where I'm punching. I don't always do that. It depends on what the punch is and what I'm doing with it. Now, this I don't have to use upside down, other than I want to try to stay within my paper here, and I'm plopping bows everywhere. I'm going to do a partial plop here. Yeah, I'm going to have a big mess of bows to clean up. They're popping over the edge of my table and jumping off the side. So I want about 6 puppies, I think. That's 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and do a partial since I have the paper. We'll go ahead and just give his back end as well. All right. So move that out of the way. And I don't need any of these bows. I can save them for something else. I can toss them, whatever you want to do. I think they'd be fun for like a shaker element, right? Okay, so your puppies can face each other. They can face whatever direction by flipping them. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to start in the middle here. Let's get my silicone craft sheet because I am going to make a little bit of a mess. Well, a mess to me, right? So I'm going to start with some liquid glue. I know, liquid glue. I dread it. I dread liquid glue. And I'm going to put some liquid glue on my little puppy here. I don't want it so thick that it's going to ooze all over the place. And since I got a dab on the white, which defeats the purpose of what I was trying to do, I am just going to cover that spot. Okay, so I'm laying my little puppy down and I went pretty close to the edge. Now I could have slid it over a little bit, but I was trying to cover up my glue mess there. So I could put another edge here if I wanted to, but I don't think I want them that close together. So since I'm just going to use the face of this, I'm going to use the front of that one that's partially cut off. Again, I'm going to try to keep my glue kind of thin because I don't want it to ooze out. Now, this is a great time to pull out your grid paper so that your puppies are all lined up and straight. Wouldn't that be a good thought? I did not do that. All right, and then I think this row, I think I'm going to turn them going the other way up here. So let's go ahead and get some glue on here. And I'm using my silicone craft sheet so that when I get glue everywhere, it's fine because it will peel right off the silicone craft sheet. That's one of the awesome things about it. Now you could pop up these in the background if you wanted a little more height than what I'm doing, a little more depth going on, texture. I'm doing this super subtle and I've got it, white on white, and it's just really light as far as that goes. So I'm just gonna be happy with how I've got it. But if you wanted to, you could pop up some of them and not all of them. It would change it up a little bit. You could do them in, that was a lot of glue for that. Let me move him over. Now that I looked at that a little bit, let's put him down here. Since I had all that glued up. And then we'll use the face on this one. Because I really didn't need that much of a puppy. Where I was going with that. Oh, and this guy's like tilty. Oh, it might be too late. We'll see if I can get in there and get that to squish a little. I might be able to. A little bit, getting it to pivot. My liquid glue, of course, when you don't want it to set quickly, it does. And when you do, it doesn't, right? Isn't that how it always works? Oh, and so I still have a half a puppy I didn't even need. So 6 would have been plenty because I could have used, some of these other parts and pieces places. So I'm gonna let this dry. And then now, see, I can just pull it right off. This glue is not gonna be a problem because the silicone craft sheet, you can just peel it right off. Let's see if you guys have any questions for me. Nope, you're doing okay. All right. So if you do have questions, let me know and I will answer those. So great. So this gives me my background. I'm gonna let that dry just a moment because I want to clip those edges away. But I don't want it to move on me. So I'm just going to give that a moment. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and stamp our puppy dog. So I've already die cut a circle and I did it with the second largest using the stylish shapes. I love these. Love these, love these. If you didn't already know that I love these, I love these. They're awesome. Yes, they are. My favorite. All right, I'm going to bring in my stamp apparatus. So this is one of those stamp sets, kind of like the mitten in the celebration tags, where I like to use my stamp apparatus because I want a nice black image, right? We did this on the witch builder hat as well, because we really just want a nice, dark black image. I'm just moving that back into the corner. I know that my dog falls right around that mitten. So I can kind of lay this and I'm going to double check it. It does have ink on it, a little ink residue. So I got to be careful. And let's see. That's looking pretty close to that edge. I want to make sure I'm leaving enough room for my sentiment. So I kind of want to get him close to that outer edge. All right, let's see if I put my magnet there. Okay, good. That's going to hold it in place. I'm just kind of looking where my circle is, where my puppy is. And since it's a circle, it doesn't matter if it's straight or not, which is nice. All right, so I'm just going to ink this up with my Memento ink. And we'll stamp this right down. Then we'll press. Now that's not going to be black enough for me. Nope. We'll do it again. Sometimes I'll do it 2, 3, 4 times, whatever it takes to get a nice deep image in whatever color you want. I'm using black, so I want a nice black image. So I'm still a little spotty here. Let's get a little bit more. I'm shaking, you guys. A couple of spots that don't want to stamp. I got 2 little dots. Makes me wonder if I've got a little something. Let's see, I've got paper towel. Since I didn't grab my chamois, I'm just going to wipe that off just in case I've got some debris. Sometimes I get a little glitter or who knows what lying around the office. And it will leave a little speck. All right, I'm going to go with that. Love it. So cute. But I love that the stamp apparatus allows you to re-stamp over and over and over, and you get that precision alignment. So you can get it right every time. Love that. All right, I'm gonna set this aside for just a moment. We'll finish that in a bit. Let's go ahead and cut away our excess little puppies. So I'm just gonna pull in my paper snips and just clip away what's sticking out, right? So I don't need any of these. Well, that wasn't very straight. Let's try again. Now you could use the paper trimmer if you prefer. I don't mind getting glue so much on my scissors because they're fairly easy to clean, but I don't really like to get it on my trimmer if I can avoid it. It's a little, not that it can't be cleaned, it can be. It's just a little more difficult. So I'll move this out of the way. All right, so then this layer, so fun, right? So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this on to some Real Red. I'm just going to use my Stamp and Seal. Okay. Cute. And then I've got a length of ribbon, about 17 inches or so. And I am going to wrap this around and tie this into a bow. Now, I'm not going to worry about where my bow is right now. I'm looking more to make sure I can get a bow tied and place it where I want it. Okay, so I'm going to hold that knot as I adjust the bow. Pretty happy with that. Maybe a little bigger. Maybe a little excessive. And then I can just slide this over where I want it. And if you want to clip off the ends to make it a little bit shorter, you can. You can pull the bow, make it slightly bigger if you want. Just kind of look at this and kind of see. I'm going to have my circle hanging off a little bit. So I'm going to go down a little bit with my ribbon. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with that placement, I think. Maybe a smidge to the left. Okay. So then I'm going to pop this right up on the card front with some dimensionals. This is an easy one, fast, easy card today. All right, get the backing papers off of these dimensionals, and then we're going to pop this up on the front of the card. Now, if you don't want this layer popped up, you don't have to. I prefer it. Yeah, you like it? Good. This down. There we go. Cute, 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 cute. Now, before I put in this circle, I want to go ahead and stamp the sentiment. So the sentiment itself is all one set of words. It says, you are always loved. I want you are and loved, but I don't want the always. So let me bring back in my foam pad. Actually, I don't even think I used it yet today. So I've got my foam pad, okay? And I'm going to pull in some washi tape. So I don't think we sell washi tape at this moment. You can use a sticky note. You could use markers for this technique, but I feel like markers don't do as well on photopolymer as some of the other inks. So I am going to use washi tape. Now, before I go too far, I want to make sure that I don't have any residue on this stamp. Like I might have cleaned it earlier, but I might not have cleaned it really well. So I want to make sure there's no halo happening, right? No residue happening on this. Perfect. So now I can take my washi tape and I'm going to cover the part of the image that I don't want inked up. So I'm going to start off with the UR in black. So let's go ahead and get this covered. Just going to pull off a length of it and I'm going to cover up the letters I don't want. Now, this kind of angles down. I'm going to tear that off so that I can come in at a different angle and hopefully miss that. So here's what I mean. This R in the UR comes down a little bit into the loved part. So I wanted to cover that up so you guys can see that. So I just covered it with washi tape. I did not grab a scrub to clean this after, so let me grab a scrub. And of course, it's on the other side of the room. I went to grab that twice and forgot it both times. Okay, let's go ahead and ink this up with Memento ink. So I'm gonna get my UR nice and inked up. So you can see that. Now, this is the important part. You have to remove this washi tape or you will stamp blank ink right on your project, right? Because it's got ink on it and it's sticking to my finger because my trash can's exploded. All right, so I'm going to stamp the UR right on my circle. Isn't that great? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's clean this because we're going to use the same sentiment, just a different portion of it. All right, now, same thing I did before. I want to make sure there's no residue because, you know, my scrub might not be totally clean. And so sometimes you'll get a little extra halo back there. And then let's close up the black so we don't accidentally use Memento because we don't want to use Memento. And then I will this time cover up the words except for love. Loved. Let's see. Let's do the always. There. And then I'm going to cover that portion up there. And then let's see if I can get this little dip in this R. And then I'll lift that up so you guys can see that a little bit. Okay, so here I covered that dip where that R comes down. So I've got everything covered except for loved. So now I'm going to ink that up in my Real Red. It's looking pretty good. Let's remove the washi tape so we don't get red where we don't want it because that washi tape has red on it. Just like we did with the black. All right, let's see if I can get this somewhat straight and aligned. So this is one of the things I love about photopolymer is that you can see, right? You can see better when you're not on video, but you can still see a little bit. So I did pretty good there. I'm pretty happy with that. And I like this particular puppy because even if he's not quite sitting straight, he still looks good, right? All right, let's go ahead and pop this up on the front. Oh, I ended up with my ribbon higher than I thought I was going to. Can I slide it? Nope. All right, this is where we're going to put it. So let's put some dimensionals on the back. I've got a sheet that's almost empty. I'm going to have this edge hanging off the edge a little bit, so I'm not worried about getting them close to that outer edge. But I want enough that it's going to give it a nice stability, nice stable edge. Oh, well, this time it seems lower. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I was able to get it down a little bit lower. Hopefully I'm in camera and you guys can see me. So cute, right? All right, now let's add the wow factor. So I'm going to pull in some of my festive pearls. And I know these are technically cherry cobbler, but I think that the colors work, especially when you bring in that glimmer paper, because while it's technically red, I think it looks really nice with cherry cobbler as well. So I'm just going to add a little necklace. You know, young lady needs a little necklace. Totally use the bow. It's in the set as well. It's very cute. but I just thought the necklace was kind of fun. All right, and then I've already cut this out, but my second favorite that I'm really loving right now is this Celebrations Tags Dies. And this is this little small heart right here. So cute. So cute, so cute. So we're just going to pop that up right there. And I have got, looks like I'm almost out of dimensionals on this. Using this sheet here. You guys know you can use 100% of your dimensional sheets. That's going to be a little too long. So you don't waste anything. Although I'm going to waste that little bit. I know, it's terrible. You could use minis on this as well if you prefer. But I'm going to pop up this little heart. Again, you don't have to pop it up if you don't want to pop it up. I just like the extra height. And so now it looks like he's holding this little heart. Isn't that so sweet? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's bring our design to the inside. So you can see on the inside here, I stamped a little wolf. And I've got the same layers of red and white, and then I brought in that designer paper again as well. So let's go ahead and grab that wolf stamp. I've got it. And we will stamp that in black on our white layer. I like to stamp before I adhere it down in place because it gives me an opportunity to flip it over if I mess it up. I don't know about you guys, but I have dropped my stamps many a time. And so every once in a while we have an accident that we have to hide. All right, so then this can all go together. So I'm going to put my designer paper down first, and I'm doing all of this flat on the inside. I love being able to bring the design to the inside. I think it adds a really nice touch on your handmade cards. Oh, good, you're liking it? Good. Good, good, good. I'm glad you guys are liking this one. Oh, my runner's not running. Where's my silicone craft sheet? There it is. I got to bring it in with all my debris on it. It's a savior to have that. It makes using the adhesive so much easier. Okay, and then we'll put this flat on the inside as well. So you guys want to see a sneak peek of the cards for bingo? You might have seen them, depending on how much you watch me. But I'll share them again. Alrighty, so cute. How fun. I love it. You guys like this? Have you been doing the punched background? Or if you haven't tried it, I hope you will. It's such a good one. Let me bring in the bingo card so you can see what we're going to be making. On December 10th is our bingo class again. Let me slide these over. And of course, we're featuring this Christmas Scotty stamp set, but we are not making Christmas cards. So this is the first card that we're making. So cute, I think. The second one, I think this is a birthday. May your days be furry and bright. I don't see why you can't make that a birthday. I think that's cute. And then on this third one, we're going to change up our designer paper and add a little red to that black and white plaid. And then I've got an additional card I'm just going to show you. This will be in the tutorial. So actually all 5 of these will be in the tutorial, even though the class is a 3-card class. I typically add a card into class packets, and it may or may not be this card. Right now, my intention is that it is this card, but it may be a different color combination, or it may not be this card. It depends on timing and whatnot. So, but this is a little gift card holder. So I've got a little pocket on the inside so that you could add a nice little gift card on the inside. Cute. I love it. So this was the only Christmas one I made. The rest of them are not Christmas. Fun. Well, I hope you guys, if you have not signed up for bingo, I hope that you will join us. You can find that on my website, CreativeLeeYours.com, under my classes and events. Or if you're on my email list, you will be getting emails about signing up. There'll be one more email that goes out later this week as a final reminder. So yeah, if you want to stay up to date on all my events and my exclusive offers for my email list, you definitely want to join that email list. All right. If you guys have questions on anything, please leave me a comment and I will come back and try to answer those. If you're not already a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my email list. So, all right. I will catch you all again next Tuesday for a little more crafty fun. For those in the US, have a happy Thanksgiving this week. And I hope you get to spend some time with your family and friends. Just enjoying, right? Hanging out. We're going to go to our daughter's house, I think. Hang out with the grandchild and all that fun stuff. So, all right, you guys be safe and I will see you again next Tuesday. All right. Bye for now.